Hi everyone, I am Sandhya, Department of Mathematics. Today we are going to discuss about the testing hypothesis. In this testing hypothesis, first we are going to see some basic definitions. First one is population. A population is used to refer any collection of individual. It may be finite or infinite. So population is a collection of individual. It may be finite or infinite. Okay, next we are going to see about the sample. So sample is a small portion selected from the population is called the sample. Okay. In the sample sizes we denoted by the symbol is small n. So the number of individual in a different sample is called the sample size. Next one is parameter and statistics. Any statistical data computed from the population is known as the parameter, and any statistical data is computed from the sample is known as statistics. Okay. Next one is see the important notations. So these notations are very important. So see, it is a population, we categorize it is a population and sample. In this population size is capital N and sample size is small n. So what is that? The population of size is capital N and sample size is small n. So here the mean is, population mean is mu and the sample mean is x bar. Okay, so the standard deviation of population is sigma and the standard deviation of sample is s. Next, proportion. So population proportion is capital P and sample proportion is small p. Okay, so here the variance, the population variance is sigma square and the sample variance is S square. Next, sampling distribution. So sampling distribution is nothing but the average frequency distribution, which is known as sampling distribution. So which may be arranged as a frequency distribution, which is known as the sampling distributions. Next one is standard error. In the standard error is the average amount of variability from the observation of the sampling distribution. So what is that? Any amount of variability from the observation is known as the sampling distribution. It is called as the standard error. Next, statistical hypothesis. So in this attempting to each decision the population on the basis of sampling observation, we made assumption on the basis of the observation. We may attempting about the population which are not extremely such are called the statistical hypothesis. In the statistical hypothesis of the type is, one minute. So in this statistical type is, we denoted there are two types. One is null hypothesis. So one is null hypothesis. What is that? Null hypothesis, it is denoted by H0. Next one is alternative hypothesis. It is denoted by the symbol as H1. So in this null hypothesis there is no significant difference. Okay, what is that? Null hypothesis is nothing but there is no significant difference. So here the null hypothesis is mu equal to mu1. So null hypothesis, complementary of null hypothesis is called as the alternative hypothesis. So in this alternative hypothesis, if null hypothesis there is no significant difference. So alternative hypothesis there is not equal to or greater than or less than. Okay, so here see. Okay, so in this complementary of null hypothesis is called as the alternative hypothesis. Okay, next, the level of significance. In this level of significance, A is the probability of the level which is null hypothesis is rejected generally in the 5% and 1%. So here there are two level of significance is used. So one is generally we are using to 5% and 1%. Next, critical region or region of rejection. In this critical region of the test of statistical hypothesis, if that region which which that is the rejection of null hypothesis H naught, the region which leads to the acceptance of the H naught is called the acceptance region. Next one is error of sampling. So here there are two errors are having. The one is type 1 error and another one is type 2 error. So in this type 1 error is rejection of H naught is when it is true. So if H naught is true, we have to reject the H naught. It is called the type 1 error. In this type 2 error, accepting H naught when it is false. What is that? Accepting H naught when it is false. Okay. So here there are two types of errors are having. One is type 1 error and type 2 error. So here H naught is okay. H naught is true. Here H naught is false. So here accept, reject. So in this acceptance region, H naught is true. We reject. So reject we have to type 1. So if it is false, we accept the 1. So here the type 2 error is occur. So but here if it is true, we accept 1, it is a correct decision. If it is false, we reject 1, it is a correct decision. Okay. So there are two types of errors having. One is rejection of H naught when H naught is true. Accepting H naught when H naught is false. So type 2 error is occurring. Okay. Next one is there is one tail and two tail. If it is depending upon the alternative hypothesis, so H naught is there is no significant difference. H1 is there is alternative of complement of the H naught is the alternative hypothesis, that is not equal to. If it is not equal to or greater than or less than, if it is not equal to, it is a two tail. If it is greater than, if it is a one tail test. If it is greater than is, it is a right one tail. If it is a less than, it is a right one tail. Okay. So these are the basic for the statistical hypothesis. Okay. So in this previous class, we are going to see some basic problems for the statistical hypothesis. Thank you.